Hi, my name is Venus O'Hara and welcome to another video from my unmade bed. Today I'm going to talk about how to connect with your vagina. And why would you want to connect with your vagina? Well, I think it's really important to connect with your vagina to have healthy body image, and I think it's essential for an orgasmic lifestyle. So let's see what I have on my list. Number one, self-care. I think looking after your vagina and vulva is really important, and self-care for me means regular appointments at the gynecologist. Here in Spain, people usually go once a year. I know in the UK it's once every 3 years, but it's important to have regular checkups. And of course, if you have any issues, then it's definitely a good idea to get checked out as soon as possible. And also for me, self-care means safe sex. I think safe sex is really, really, really important. I love condoms and I really hate it when people complain about them. And of course, hygiene, it's important to be clean, but of course it's not a good idea to go overboard on shower gel or soap or anything on that area. I think it's important to just use water. I don't have any feminine hygiene products. I think it's important to embrace one's natural smell and not use any products that can alter your pH. Which takes me to the next point, smell. I think a great way to connect with your vagina is to understand and embrace your natural pheromones. A vagina that's healthy and clean smells amazing. Oh my God. I think I even get turned on by my own smell, which might sound crazy. And I've had some lovers who've been really turned on by my smell as well, and I find that really empowering, arousing, wow, super, super erotic. And of course, I think it's important to keep tabs on your smell, because if you don't smell good, then it could be a sign that something is not right. A great way to connect with your vagina is to get a hand mirror and really take a good look. I think this is so, so, so important. And while you're doing it, it's a good idea perhaps with the other hand just to touch yourself and identify your sweet spots. It might sound like a basic thing, but it's surprising how many people just can't take a mirror and look at themselves. They cringe, or they can't open their legs. They just literally don't like what they see. And I think it's important to embrace what you look like and understand that all vulvas are beautiful. This is in no particular order, by the way. These are just my notes. The next point on my list was masturbation. Oh yeah! Well, obviously after the mirror, when you've identified your sweet spots, I think masturbation is a great way to connect with your vagina. It's a great way to understand how much pleasure your vagina can provide you with. Your clitoris, your G-spot, your A-spot, which not many people know about, which is surprising, which is deeper in. It's like deeper, it's near the cervix, and to stimulate it you have to put your hand in like that and move from the wrist rather than thrusting. Like a G-spot would be like this, and A-spot, wow. I think A-spot stimulation is amazing. It can be quite difficult to do on your own, but in any case, clitoris and G-spot, there's a lot of fun to be had. For me personally, I like to masturbate very frequently, and I like to have frequent orgasms because they just completely blow my mind, and it makes me feel very connected to my vagina. My next point is Yoni eggs. Oh my God, this has completely changed my life. I've tested a lot of Kegel trainers in my time as a sex toy tester, but using this, it's very different. It seems almost like a more spiritual exercise. This is an obsidian Yoni egg, which is worn inside the vagina, and you can get drilled or undrilled ones. This one has got a hole in, so you can put some thread inside and then put it inside the vagina. And it's not just like a pelvic floor exerciser, it's much more than that. It has energetic properties. What I love about it is the fact that it's natural, and you can use it as part of a meditation ritual, because it seems a lot deeper and more profound than just using normal Kegel balls. I got this one in particular because I want to heal my root chakra, and apparently obsidian is good for that. But even if you're not spiritual, I would recommend Yoni eggs for pelvic floor training because they are completely natural. Now, putting something like plastic inside my vagina just does not seem the same as this. Another amazing way to connect with your vagina would be Yoni yoga. I've been practicing yoga for about 12 years now, and I've never tried Yoni yoga. If you're curious about it, don't just take my word for it, look it up. I haven't practiced it myself, but when I do, I'll let you know how it goes. In yoga, there's already a mind-body connection, so connecting your mind with your yoni is an excellent way to connect with your vagina. And finally, last but not least, vulva hugging. I think this is amazing. And sometimes I think it's a good idea just to put your hand over your vulva. I think for me, I guess I've been using so many sex toys, it's good to go back to the more organic methods of stimulation sometimes. But I'm not talking about masturbation. I'm talking about vulva hugging, just to connect and close my eyes and connect with this part of me. And sometimes it could be a good idea to actually talk to your vagina. And sometimes I promise my vulva that I will only share it with people who truly value it, or her, or whatever, and people who are truly going to appreciate it, honor it, and give it pleasure. So there you have my 7 ways to connect with your vagina. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have any more ways, let me know in the comments below. See you in the next video.